hopefully our voices will be coming through. Sometimes my chat kind of messes up.
Okay. Let's see here. Oh wait, no. Darn it.
It should be popping up any minute now.
Yep, it just popped up, and I was going to check the sound, and then I remembered that I had it routed to my headset that is currently plugged into my controller, so that doesn't work. There we go. Okay, cool. We good.
All right. Welcome. Bronze Tacos Round 2. Fire. Red Fox Mafia versus HorrorCore Gaming. Go.
Let's get it. This is gonna be a good match.
Yes, I'm Swirling Crow on the cameras. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm joined by Ragnarok Alex.
The man, the myth, I don't know, something else here.
Something to do with 40-second barrages.
Yeah. True that.
So yeah, we're just gonna get this match started pretty soon. We're getting a lineup in for both teams. Just gotta get these teams all sorted out. First map's gonna be Busan, our control map. And what do you think we'll be seeing here on Busan, Alex?
Well, I think it really depends on which one of the three maps we actually get here. I think from both sides, I could definitely see more long-range comps instead of like brawl comps coming out here, because from what I know about the teams, I feel like that's more what they're going to end up favoring here, but we'll see how they decide to play this out. Especially if we get like, gosh, no, I'm completely blanking the names. Not Mech, the Mech Station one. The other two. The other two are both very long range. And it's okay. I definitely know what I'm talking about, guys. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I could just visualize it. You know, it's just like a storybook. You gotta use your imagination. You can see it.
I'm painting a picture with my terrible wording.
Hey, you know what? As long as people understand it, I think that's all that matters.
Right?
Yep.
Oh, cool. We've got the second lineup here, so we can get this started as soon as we get that fixed, and we've got readies from them.
Yeah.
Looks like we're not running huge rosters on either side, so we're probably not going to have to worry about a whole ton of swaps and such, so this is going to be kind of an interesting match tonight then.
Yeah, I find it a bit more interesting if both teams are pretty even with the amount of players they have. Either we'll see possibly a lot of swaps, or just basically two teams just straight out duking it up, see who can get the advantage over the other.
Right? See, I always feel bad when, like, one team, like, you know, shows up with 11 players and the other team just rolls in with the base 6, and I'm like, oh, this makes me feel bad.
Yeah. Let's see. Gotta figure out who Battle is. Let's see if they're in the lobby or not.
Which one were we looking for?
Battle Ooze on the side of HorrorCore Gaming. I'm
pretty sure. They were. Oh, they're down here in the bottom of spectators.
Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh.
Yep, I've had that one happen enough times that I know to always check down there.
Perfect.
Okay, and we've got one person resetting for chat bug, and then hopefully we can get that and readies real quick.
Yeah, we do still have a bit of time here. We got that 20-minute buffer for the start of the matches. Then afterwards, 5 minutes in between each map. Let's see if we've got any news going on. Some of the scores for Fire Tier could be sort of up in the air. So, like, I think at the moment, Red Fox Mafia's got like a loss because of some some rules kind of stuff, but it's possible
Mm-hmm.
some things might turn out a bit differently depending on what goes on behind the scenes. But either way, the match Red Fox had already, they had a very strong showing. Rules and all that stuff aside, they won the match like visually, you know, a very good showing. So if they can keep that momentum and just like the way they were playing, they could really take it to horrorcore gaming here.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of like skill on either side here, so I have no clue like how this is going to play out whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as always, I'm going to be looking at Finn. Last year, I was looking at him to cancel ults with his McCree, not because he was flashbanging them, but because he just killed them while they were in the middle of channeling their ults. And now he's on the Hanzo, just dashing into the back line. He's so aggressive on that Hanzo, it's just crazy.
It's true. It's true. Like you're like, oh, it's a Hanzo. You know, we just gotta stay behind the shield, and we won't get hit from the backline. Oh God, he's behind me. What's happening?
Oh, yeah.
Why are so many people dead?
Yeah, I just don't understand.
Someone's just like holding their knees, rocking in the back.
uh, and if I'm lucky, that's gonna be me in a week or two. Actually, I don't have a match for a little while, so it'll be a while before that happens to me. I hope it doesn't happen to me. I have trouble with Hanzos.
That's fair, yeah, dude. Like, it's such a like either your team plays in such a way that the Hanzo just like doesn't really do anything, or the Hanzo just runs you over. It's always like one or the other. There's never an in between.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
Okay, and back to here.
Still waiting for that chat bug to get reset. It's an important one to get cleared up, especially at the beginning of the match.
Well, I was gonna say it looked to me like it was Red Hood Kitty that was resetting for it, so I feel like we got it taken care of already. So I think we're just waiting on the readies.
Alright, let's see if we can ask them for that. Give me a second here. All goods with an S at the end because it's good to be grammatical. Looks like Red Fox is ready. We'll just have to see if HorrorCore Gaming is also ready.
Oh man, this is a really intense ad we have playing.
Oh man, you getting the ads. This is the worst thing,
Like,
you know.
I mean, normally it's not like a big deal, but this one is just like super intense for like no reason. It's kind of freaking me out.
That's good. Somehow
There's just
you...
like this little girl like hyperventilating real bad, and I don't know what's going on here.
Huh. Well, thanks for making the ads a little bit more entertaining. Usually you just upset me because I'm like, this is my stream. I just want to watch my own stream. Let's see.
The absolute best part about it is that anyone that goes back and rewatches this later will have absolutely no clue what I'm talking about because there won't be an ad there at all. So everyone's just gonna think that I'm losing my mind.
Hey, okay. So for the people on YouTube, there's ads. There are ads on Twitch Live. So if you're wondering what happened, that's what's going on.
There was an ad. It took us a minute. It was a roller coaster, but we're okay now.
Yep. And with that, we are getting into our first match. Our first map, excuse me, Busan. Looks like we're going to be starting on, what is this, downtown?
Yes. Yep, we're going to be starting downtown.
Oh, you know, this is probably my favorite one in this set of maps, just because...
I think so, yeah.
So city looking.
it's nice. Like it's got a decent setup to it. It's nice and symmetrical. There's open spaces, but still like cover to get behind. So long range characters can still do something without being overpowering.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just also bright and colorful. It's nice. It's definitely my favorite of these three.
Yeah, lots to like about this. As we see what our teams are going to be locking in right now on Red Fox Mafia. It looks like they've got the Ryan Diva for the tanks, Echo Soldier for DPS, and on Lucio for the supports. And Red Fox Mafia, they're just getting theirs locked in. They also have the Ryan Diva. Finn's going to be on that Hanzo along with the Junkrat. Lots of spam. And Battle Ooze on the Bat. They got Bat on for their supports. So a little bit of a difference here for both teams.
Yeah, interesting support lines for this one. I'm definitely wondering how Red Fox is going to do with keeping their Echo alive there. But on that note, they also don't have a hit scan other than the Diva and possibly the BAP to handle the Echo, so they might not need the extra healing up there. And who knows, maybe Ace Matrix is just going to, come out of here and just land every single shot they fire, and the healing is going to be a non-factor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very interesting stuff.
Oh,
I
we
always
have
like to see that
another
Echo.
chat bug to take care of. Okay.
Yeah. A little unfortunate this one came in as the match started, but saving grace here. It happened just when they were getting out the gate, so it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just going to be a little annoying if they end up needing that pause later on. But
Right, yeah. Hopefully we won't have any connection issues, but at least the match will still be like a fair start for both teams here. Red Fox is going to get a little bit of a positioning advantage to start off where they want to be, but I mean at the same time, there's still plenty of time to like rebuke that.
Mm-hmm. It looks like the chat bug could be affecting multiple players over there on HorrorCore Gaming, so hopefully they get that sorted out.
I know we've got one back in already.
Let's see. So with that Echo there, it's not really the same sort of flyer as a Pharah. So it's not it's not completely necessary for hit scan in order to deal with the fire. They do have battle ooze on the bat to sort of help poke it out, but it can be a challenge if that Echo is keeping distance and stuff. Echo is sort of a close range hero though, because to be able to really land the damage you want to get in close. So having like a Junkrat there.
Yeah, it's true. Like with Pharah, you primarily want to try and stay as far away as you possibly can, but with Echo, you can afford to play a lot closer up and get a bit more value out of that.
For sure. Easier to land those stickies, the try shots, easier to hit. And then, of course, focusing beam, you got to be pretty close. It looks like HorrorCore Gaming is ready. We just need to make sure that Red Fox Mafia is also ready.
Okay, cool.
All right, they ready too?
Yep, we got from both sides. Cool, now we can get this match underway proper this time. Okay, we are going to see Red Fox Mafia get extremely aggressive with the DC going on there, but HorrorCore is able to back up and get to cover, so they don't end up taking any losses or anything from that. They're full regrouped and ready to start taking this fight. Really seeing the Divas brawling out here for the high ground, trying to control that so that neither team can really make proper use of it. And it's going to be an early take for Red Fox Mafia.
It looks like HorrorCore might have the advantage here. They are getting picks, so this might be a quick flip.
Yeah, HorrorCore did a good job of isolating a couple characters there so that they could get a couple earlier picks for this. Now they just need to wrap up these supports, and they should be able to flip this, I think. We got the tanks coming back in from Red Fox, though.
Yeah, it looks like Red Fox did a good job of stalling things out, keeping who they had on point alive, and now they're still in this. They managed to turn this fight around.
Wow, that was a really good turnaround from Red Fox.
Gonna get this coach switched over to spectator.
I was just going to point out.
We got a fight just starting here, almost. Just looking for the engage. There's Finn trying to be really aggressive, but wasn't able to get a pick.
Mm-hmm. Does get the rest of the team to pull back and rotate. So HorrorCore Gaming is going to come in from the back of the point here, and it doesn't look like Red Fox Mafia is quite ready for it yet. But they've got a few ults here. They might be able to get some picks, but we don't see any kills from either side for any of the ults used. Good defensive play from both sides. We are seeing a huge triangle fest here. Dude coming out. We've got both of the support ults from both sides coming through here. But it does look like HorrorCore is getting the edge in this fight here. So it looks like we are going to see the point finally flip if they can take down this Lucio quickly enough.
Yeah, they invested a lot of ults there. Maybe some weren't even necessary, but they just really wanted to get this point here. They are up to 92% for Red Fox Mafia.
We saw literally every ultimate that had come online at this point in the game get used in that fight there, so neither team is packing anything at the moment. We do have a couple that are coming online here. We see Falling Angel with the Tac Visor coming through here, so a little bit of an advantage to Red Fox Mafia getting their ults online, but we're going to have Shatter from Zero here soon as well.
Yeah, and Rotarp's got D-Max over there on Coast. He's just waiting to get back into their mech. That's going to slow them down a little bit for Red Fox Mafia, and Zero's got that Shatter. They got a few ults there for HorrorCore Gaming.
Nice purple from Ace Matrix here. HorrorCore is going to need to be careful for a second.
Shatter comes out, gets Fenrir. Oh, getting into the back line. But Red Fox gets 3. They're a little even here. I think Red Fox is up by 1. It's even now. Finn with the Dragon Strike. Yeah, Shatter gets Finn!
Shatter comes out, only gets 1, I think. Yeah, okay. We see 2 get downed by Fenrir there. Oh, but the Diva Bomb coming out for the remake. Oh, wait. Hold on. How did that bomb score? There was a shield up. I'm so confused that bomb manages to take out Fenrir.
Yeah, I feel like they dropped the shield at the last minute because they realized they probably need to reset, but hard to say.
You know, that's a smart decision, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that would have been a hard 2v1 on the point there. We are seeing a lot of good poke damage coming in for HorrorCore here. Ooh, and a vicious charge from Fenrir again, but doesn't get punished.
Oh, Red Fox gonna be down with their soldier. Bomb coming out here.
Multiple ults coming through.
Yeah, this is gonna be the last fight here. I don't think Red Fox has anything to work with. They just have the Lucio to try and touch. They're gonna try and keep it going, but too much
but
there.
The Lucio can't touch the point to keep the point alive. Well played by HorrorCore Gaming there.
Yeah, really nice turnaround. They were basically being shut out at the beginning, then they did the ult dump, and they were just able to keep the point for the rest of the map there.
Yeah, really solid like defensive play from HorrorCore. Like they still had lost a couple of picks here and there, but they were able to like fall back and regroup and not lose the point because of it.
And it looks like HorrorCore are going to be sticking on the same comp. Red Fox Mafia switching it up a little bit. They've got the Ron Zara for tanks, and Manila's going to be on that Tracer, one of my favorites.
A much faster brawlier comp from Red Fox. Yeah, this could serve them well here, especially on this point here. It's pretty easy to get up in people's faces.
And you have that Lucio to help speed
exactly
boost
what we're
them.
seeing here. The brawl's coming through in the back.
Manila is trying to poke at them from the side, just be annoying, but Finn's already got a poke on to Falling Angel. This fight's still going on, 5v6. Favor of HorrorCore Gaming.
Yeah, we're seeing Breedable doing a good job on the Diva there. Every time that Tracer gets into position to start doing damage to HorrorCore's backline, it just immediately zips over, shuts that down right on the spot. Really good off-tanking.
And Tracer goes down as their Junkrat gets back for Red Fox Mafia. Breedable's just going to be going over to the point to try and cap. Looks like they are needed elsewhere, though.
Oh, that was a good shatter. And HorrorCore isn't able to, actually cap the point here. It's still neutral.
They are going to try here. And Red Fox is still going to fight it. Just a Tracer, though.
That was a nail biter for a second.
Yeah, that was like one of the most tense standoffs I've ever seen at the beginning of a round.
Like, it looked like it was going to be a really clear, easy take for HorrorCore there, and then there was an amazing shatter from Fenrir into a charge that got a couple of picks, and then HorrorCore just, like, got off the point there instead of, like, finishing the cap to make sure they start building percentage. Thankfully for them, they've managed to get back and finish the cap here, so they're already up to 25% on them.
Shatter's blocked, and beat comes out for Red Fox Mafia. Dragon also coming out from HorrorCore Gaming, while Red Fox caps the point while this is all happening.
Good, like, space control from Red Fox Mafia here, managing to push them back without actually even needing to, like, beat them. They're really just, like, controlling the ground that they really want here.
Oh, Graviton
good grab. It catches two squishies here, but there isn't anyone around to, like, follow up on it. Fenrir does manage to find his way into the back line, but this fight is just all over the place. We see a solo shatter onto Finn here.
This is really hard to tell.
That DPS threat out of there.
I don't even know where I should be looking. This feels like a different game. It's not Overwatch. It's like,
right,
I don't know.
Like three different, like, major, like, contest points going on. We do finally see the fights, like, fall the way of Red Fox Mafia here. So now they're coming up and holding this choke point here. So we're gonna finally see some, like, 6v6 action, but the tower coming from behind manages to catch two and break the Reinhardt shield. This is looking good for HorrorCore.
Yeah, Red Fox only got 2 people on the field right now, and HorrorCore, most of them are going to make their way to the point. Looks like they're all going there. Red Fox is going to back up and regroup.
Yeah, good decisions from both teams here, with Red Fox backing their 2 remaining characters out, not trying to take any more fights, and HorrorCore just letting them go so that they can go and get the objective and just start building more percentage. Oh, Dragons come through into the choke point here, stops the advance for a minute, puts Manila on the Doomfist out in the open by himself without any kind of team support, and does end up falling because of it.
Yeah, this isn't where they want to be standing. They do get zero
from Zero, but does get picked immediately.
Yeah, with all this spam, this is a really bad spot for Red Fox to be just standing, waiting for something to happen. They need to make something happen, and they're trying. Manila's trying to draw somebody to the point here.
And we do see a good split. This is an opportunity for Red Fox to get pushed through here.
Yeah, but HorrorCore's already back. Like, Red Fox just can't get a foot here. HorrorCore's just so fast to come back to this chokehold.
HorrorCore definitely doing a good job of properly splitting their team to handle, like, the different routes of, like, threats coming at them.
Yeah, it looks like the Junkrat for Red Fox is going to try and get to the point. I don't know if they're going to make it. There's only 3% left.
Yeah, gets pushed back by Jesus here. And doesn't even come close to the point. That's just going to be the game right there. HorrorCore Gaming going to take the first map.
That was a very interesting map, the way these two teams are playing. They're playing fairly smart, I think, fairly calculated. They're not taking too much time to make their decisions. I think Red Fox maybe started to get a little flustered at the end there. Like, they waited around a little too long, and there was just too much spam to contest within that tunnel.
And it was so interesting to watch the way that the team fights, like, unfolded, because, like, a team fight would, like, start, the two teams would come at each other, and it would be a very focused, clustered, you know, 6v6 behind the shields, like straight by the book. And the fight would play out like that for a few seconds, and then everything would just explode, and all all the different characters would go out to, like, different parts of the map, and it was just like a series of, like, 2v2s, like, all over the place. And then that fight would finish up, and everyone would just, like, come back together and condense. It was really gnarly to watch.
Yeah, totally. Not the typical Overwatch that I watch. You know, like, it's kind of chaotic, but in a, I don't know, a bit more of a controlled way than I'm used to seeing.
Yeah. It was really weird, because it was, like, a chaotic way for the game to go, except, like, both of the teams were, like, in sync about it. So, like, they both knew, like, what was going on, and both did the same chaotic things at the same time.
Yeah, totally. We're just going to be waiting for lineups for Hollywood here. Moving on to our hybrid map. Teams will be staying on the same side. So Red Fox Mafia will be defending first. HorrorCore Gaming will be on the attack. Let's see. not escort. Hybrid. Hollywood. We got a lineup for Red Fox Mafia, Fenrir, Ace. Gonna be switching over to the tank. Manila gonna be sticking on DPS. Falling Angel also on DPS. We're gonna be getting Villain in on the support along with Red Hood Kitty. And we're still waiting for the lineup for HorrorCore Gaming. There is... I really should have Twitch up. I can't even see if anybody's chatting.
We have the Aesthetic Medic rooting real hard in the chat there, as well as Tanked Beast, and that is about all that we have so far.
The Aesthetic Medic, what a name!
Right. Approve. Definitely approve.
100% approve. But I wonder what what does it entail to be an aesthetic medic? Are they like the fashion police, sort of? Oh. And we've got a lineup for HorrorCore Gaming. Let's see, Zero's still going to be on the tank. They're going to be joined by Dimples this time. And it looks like HorrorCore Gaming got a lot more people in the lobby during everything that happened, so not quite as even anymore in terms of how many players they've got.
just arriving fashionably late, it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, they weren't going to be playing until the second half anyway, so it's fine, right?
It's aight, they're fine.
Let's see, Finn going to be coming out, unfortunately, but you gotta give him a break sometimes.
Right. Plus, we did see a lot of really good like flank control from Jesus there on the Junkrat. There's definitely a bunch of times where they had like a good flank going from the other team's Junkrat, and he was just right there on top of them, shutting down.
Okay, we're still gonna see Jesus in for this, so that could come in handy on this map if I guess particularly on like second point where there's a lot of other flanking areas. Maybe not as much on the first point, but still you gotta watch out for them wrapping around from kind of like behind on the far side.
Yep. Especially if you can like sneakily get a character back there, like a Tracer or a Sombra or something. That's a very real threat.
Let's see. So we got Zero, Dimples, Jesus, Honda, Glob, and Sneaky Turtle. Looks like that's all set.
Okay, cool. And looks like we are just waiting on readies then.
Yeah. Ooh, sweet. They ready.
Nice! Oh, we rolling.
Welcome to Hollywood.
Alright, so stepping straight into map number 2. Especially with like, once they get into that second point like you were saying, I'm really looking forward to seeing a like flank-centric game here. I wonder in which way we're going to be playing that out.
Yeah, I'm always interested in seeing how teams interact with the high ground here, how they control it, how they attack it. Are they just like, we're just gonna ignore the high ground? Or are they like, we gotta get them off the high ground? Or do they just both ignore it, you know? We'll have to see. We might not even get to see point 2, depending on what happens.
That's true, that's true. I mean, this first point is, like, not the easiest thing in the world to take.
Let's see, so for the defense, Red Fox Mafia are going to be doing the Rhine Diva again. Manila's going to be on the Ash this time, and Falling Angel on the Soldier, so double hit scan. Villain's going to be on the Mercy, and Red Hood's going to be on the BAP. for HorrorCore Gaming. They're flashing the Bastion. I don't know if they're really going to roll out with that. No!
I think they're trying to do me a trick.
Oh, you trying to do your trick, Alex?
They see me do it and they're like, you know what? We'll flash the Bastion, it's fine. But
Yeah.
we are going to see the nice typical double explosion comp coming out here with the Junk Farah, with double shield as well coming through to like protect that Mercy Ana. So this is a very like spooky high number comp that HorrorCore is playing right now.
Did you say spooky? Oh, hey, it's not even Halloween yet, and we're getting tricked, getting spooked. Should have been the Halloween version of Hollywood. We got a pick coming out on Zero.
See our first pick.
Traded. Looks like it's good for Red Fox.
Still going back and forth.
Yeah,
He's
hey,
just barely able to escape there.
So, what do you think HorrorCore Gaming's win condition is here? They're switching off the Farah.
They swapped the Farah. I was gonna say with the Farah, they were definitely just looking to hold up their shield and continue the long-range poke until they managed to get a pick with their 120 damage basic shots, and then once they got that pick, then try to aggress from there. But with this, I suppose they're mainly doing the same thing, just with less air pressure. They need to score the pick, which they get right there onto the Ash. So it's a 5v6 now, so they need to get aggressive here.
Here comes that tire. He's looking for something, but the Immortality Field kind of scared it off. Did catch Villain, though.
Mercy.
It's a big one.
This is looking good for HorrorCore if they can keep the pressure up.
Oh, Honda going down. That's a lot of their damage gone. Charge on to Zero. Should be good for Red Fox Mafia here. Fenris is shield. They're so aggressive. He wants those supports.
They just need to get this map out of here. But Red Hood Kitty just absolutely will not go down. Does an amazing job holding this point, and even scores a pick on it too. Good lord, this Red Hood Kitty refuses to go to point 2 on this map.
I'm actually surprised HorrorCore is still sticking around here. They managed to still keep 3 here. Ace Matrix looking for the squeeze!
Oh, the squish!
Gonna force Rez out. And
see the bomb throw that gets through.
Rez back after getting squished just to get blown up by the same mech.
Right, that is a massive play from Red Fox here. Like, they lost this point, like, dead to rights. And Red Hood Kitty refuses to go down long enough to get the rest of the team in here so that Ace Matrix can get a functionally a 4K. Absolutely saving this for the time being.
Honda getting another pick here. But, Red Fox, they keep going down 1 and somehow they stick in it. Lots of ults coming out here. That Immortality Field's gonna keep most of them up. But that's a lot of kills. 3 more kills.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of damage coming out from Zero. They're getting the Nano being able to swing that hammer into a full group of people. Manages to shatter and catch more people with it. That looks like that's gonna be a clean point take for them now.
Yeah, I mean, after what they did in that last fight with keeping the fight going and all that, like, I don't blame them for using that shatter. You just want this thing to end. Let's go to point 2.
Yeah, especially with the way that, like, these fights are playing out. We are seeing the tanks doing a lot of damage here, so those ults are coming online real fast for them. So I definitely think that was the call there, to just slam that hammer down, finish that fight, make sure that there's no way that this can come back.
Yeah, and it looks like Red Fox Mafia do want to control this high ground. They do have the long-range comp here with their DPS. Soldier spamming from the high ground, Manila on that Hanzo now.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job holding it. HorrorCore tried, like, as soon as they took the point there, tried to get up there and take it, got rebuked. And now we see them doing the proper thing, just pushing this payload underneath them and doing the best they can to deny sight lines. But we do see Red Fox jump down and take the fight to them and manage to get most of the team down here. I think they only have their Mercy trying to escape now.
Yeah, it looked a little scary-ish. Oh, that sleep! Oh, man! Oh my gosh!
That was huge!
I think.
Oh, but can they block this without losing anyone? Oh, yep. Oh, this is a spicy game. There's so much spice here.
I think Villain maybe got a little too aggressive there on the Mercy. I actually thought that was Red Hood because they're really known for being a bloodthirsty support.
That's true. That's true. We see a huge res come out from Globby there.
Yeah.
Just to get their Reinhardt back online there. Huge charge takes puts a bunch of damage into the back line there. We're not seeing like that barrier coming up at all, but that's because he's swinging that hammer, dealing all of the damage to just like everyone in his back line. Does finally get taken down by an infant Fenrir. But the damage has been done here. This payload is pushed almost all the way through second point.
It was a little worrying for a second there when the Rhine got slept and it was like, oh, there's just the two supports there. I guess they gotta touch the payload. But, you know, things worked out. They managed to stop it. Rhine woke up and everybody from Red Fox is back. Oh. And Manila on the Genji.
Oh, that'll be interesting. I'm definitely looking forward to some Genji play here.
Yeah, we don't get to see it often,
both
but...
teams just like squaring up main here, except for Falling Angel going up top with Attack Visor, hiding up there, waiting for the team to push forward so that he can pop that from behind. This could be big if HorrorCore aren't ready for it.
Oh, got the
go up top, immediately gets popped. Oh, the rest of the team knows about it though. They're on their way up there. We see the Attack Visor get popped, trying to push them back down.
Yeah, that looks like a panic visor.
Too much barrier strength there. We do see HorrorCore Gaming have the advantage right now, but they need to be able to press it properly.
Shout
Also
out to
coming
the Nano
through
Rhine.
against them.
And Zero still Nano. The Nano expires. Fenrir gets charged. They could be done in here, and they are. They've got just ace for the tank there on Red Fox Mafia, and they're getting pushed back. I don't know if they're going to be able to recontest. Back recontest. Manila's there on the Tracer, I think, just trying to dash around.
Frederick gets back on his feet.
I'm pretty sure this is going to get capped. There's no way Red Fox takes this, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Red Fox manages to close this fight out. Gets that point. It was a little spooky there for a second. Ooh, good pick from Jesus there, getting the Fallen Angel off the high ground so he can't just get a bunch of free ult charges into the pick of HorrorCore.
Looks like Honda looking in the old spawn for stragglers. Not going to find anything there.
Went looking for a snack, but didn't find nothing.
Yeah, might be getting more of a snack here.
Ace Matrix here. Oh, barely manages to get out though.
Oh!
Ooh. Nope, it does end up losing the Diva mech there.
Shatter coming out too.
Shatter coming through for Zero does end up getting picked for it.
Yeah, it looks like HorrorCore, they're gonna back off from this. They don't want to be fighting that.
Yeah, that's the correct call there with that window up there. They lost their Rhine. They're falling back. They're regrouping. They're going to come at this. They have 25 seconds left to finish pushing this payload.
Yeah, it looks like Pulse Bomb not going to catch anything. Shatter from Red Fox Mafia.
It does, but the Bob is there to stop the charge. Bob is putting pressure up on their front line here. They're unable to push because of it, but Bob does get melted quickly.
Yeah, here comes Ace Matrix. Diva Bob's gonna get Honda! They've got somebody HorrorCore does on the points. Just the Ash. Oh, they're just all just gonna be going down. Slaughter's gonna try and res, not gonna be able to. Simple.
Managed to get the cheeky res off last time, but not this time here. Red Fox Mafia are gonna stop this point from going all the way.
And this looks like a very winnable spot here.
Yeah, I mean, making it all the way through second point through most of third point here, that's still a really respectable push on Hollywood. I definitely feel like this map very heavily favors the defenders, so getting it almost all the way there is definitely enough of a victory.
For sure. There's like, you could easily hold on the first point, you could easily hold on the second point, so that's a lot of time you can burn there.
Yeah, there's so many opportunities for them to just like get full holds here. Unlike, you know, some of the other hybrid maps where the second point is a lot more of like kind of like a filler area where the payload just gets pushed straight through.
Mm-hmm. And for HorrorCore Gaming, it looks like they're going to be doing Rhine Orisa for the tanks.
Oh, okay.
Junkrat Soldier for DPS. Lobby's going to be on that Mercy, and they got the Ana as well. Not sure what Redbox is going to do just yet. Dylan's still looking to pick. Going to be Mercy. Mercy BAP, so, you know, they got the Reds, they got the Lamp. Double hit scan with the Cassidy and Soldier, and Fenrir is going to be on that Rhine as usual. Ace Mage is still on the Diva.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
So, HorrorCore, they've got this double shield setup. They got the Junkrat for a lot of that spam damage. I'm pretty sure they've got the damage advantage here. HorrorCore does.
And we're going to see Red Fox getting very aggressive here. Sneaky Turtle is being chased by both the Soldier and the Diva. Manages to get back to the team here, but those two are now holding the high ground. The rest of the team going up to join them. They have a positional advantage for this first point fight here, but the rest of the team falling back, taking that cafe, getting the safe angles that they need to be able to fight this.
That Soldier Honda.
We see Fenrir leaving his team coming down the stairs here. We see a double pin happen. Both Reinhardt's on the ground here. They're just duking it out in the middle of the point here, but it looks like Red Fox is going to get the damage they need to start pulling the picks.
Yeah, it looks like Red Fox, they just had the superior positioning there. They just had to wait to whittle down the enemy, get a pick. You know, the shields weren't in the same spot either, so they couldn't even stack those shields.
Yep, yeah, like, HorrorCore Gaming did the right thing by backing up and trying to hover around that door to the cafe there, but there was just too much damage coming through for them to be able to finish that fight out.
Yeah, Ace gonna get D-Max here. Caught by that trap.
The same thing happened.
Yeah.
From when the roles were reversed here, Red Fox is going to try and take that high ground immediately after the first point, and they're going to get pushed back by HorrorCore Gaming here. So HorrorCore Gaming is going to have the high ground advantage.
Yeah, and
this fight right here. So
that flank control that you were talking about with Jesus seems to be coming in very handy right now. Those traps just, it really traps them. It really throws off the enemy because they just want to go up there and push them off the high ground, but you know, then you're dead.
Yeah, there's a bunch of times where I'm like turned around like to look where Red Fox's tanks are, and I see one of them just like standing out in the open. I'm like, wait, what are they doing over there? It's them traps. Yeah,
meanwhile, ults got popped. There was a tire. Jesus switching off of that junk right now onto the Mei, and Red Fox Mafia able to clean up that fight and continue to truck on. They're making really good time here. They capped first point relatively quickly. Took them a little bit longer to get second point, but still it's rolling on here.
Okay, we are seeing HorrorCore Gaming coming through with the contest now. Oh, the Diva Bomb gets thrown by Ace, but gets stuck on a small corner on top of the jail. Catches nothing with that. On the Horn comes through with a visor and retaliation. Immediately pops full DPS.
Yeah, and it looks like HorrorCore should be able to stabilize here. Red Fox Mafia, they're trying to stick around with the three they've got there, the two supports and Ace Matrix on that Diva. Meanwhile, HorrorCore, they're trying to push them off. Looks like they're going to be successful. Red Fox is going to wait for that regroup. And Manila...
It looks like we're going to have... Go ahead.
They're looking for that. Probably a flank noon, it's looking like, but I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. Looks like they're not going to flank on their own, at least.
Yeah, we're seeing a nice rotation from all of Red Fox, taking the high ground away from HorrorCore. Nice wall stops the advance there, though, so a lot of the pressure relieved from that. But that Diva is still putting damage onto the supports there. HorrorCore Gaming finally does turn, pops that Diva mech. But we do see two end up falling to the pressure.
Oh no, Fenrir goes down. They're possibly looking for that res, but they're not going to be able to do it. And Red Fox, they don't have any tanks right now. Oh, never mind. Ace is back in the mag. Gets shattered by Zero. Oh,
almost gets a DT mech with that charge there, but ends up getting popped before the charge can finish. one hell of a brawl going on this point here. We see the attack from Honahorn. It does get the Diva map. It's much more than just finishing.
Yeah, this fight just seems to keep going on forever and ever. Ace is back, and they're gonna get the remake again. Looks like Red Fox are gonna have to back up.
Doing a really good job of staggering this fight out here and keeping the second point alive.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to see both Honahorn and Sneaky Turtle take on the mirror duel on the other side there and win them both. So
we got plus 4 ults for HorrorCore Gaming. They've also got the Blizzard for Red Fox Mafia right now. They've almost got that Diva Bomb, I believe. That's not remake. Yeah, it's Diva Bomb. Attack Visor also. They almost have the window as well from BAP. I'm not sure how this is going to shake out here. Oh, Manila got a pick!
Good pick from Manila, though. We are going to see Guavi get that res there.
Yeah, it's gonna pay for it though.
HorrorCore Gaming needs to be careful. They're getting completely surrounded here, but the Blizzard catches 3 in it from behind.
Yeah, it looks like it might not be enough though. We got the Mei and the Sigma still around. They're trying to contest, but I think HorrorCore are gonna get pushed back here. The Shatter's coming out onto, what is that, just the Mercy? Along with the Shatter, Red Fox, they get it. The cleanup. Oh yeah, I'm seeing a lot of solo Shatters in this match. I mean, you know, when you had a duck, you had a duck.
They know they can get that old charge. They don't care. They're gonna throw these things around like candy.
Yeah, hey, you know, that's true value right there.
Seeing a lot of aggression coming through from Red Fox here. They're trying to hold up so that they can push this payload entirely uncontested.
Both soldiers down for both sides. Slavi popping that Valkyrie is going to make Red Fox back up a little bit. Falling Angel gets res though, so it's 6, probably 66 as the other soldier is just getting back now as Dragon Strike comes out. Looks like it got Dimples in a bad position.
Fire Strike ends up hitting 4 people caught there. That's a lot of damage, but they're not able to close out the kills, but they are causing them to fall back and get face. Nice block from Jesus there, using the ice block to limit some of the range of the Diva Bomb.
Yeah, we're tanks for HorrorCore Gaming, they're a little far back right now. It's just the Sigma they got taken down. I don't know where the Ryan is right now. They're right in front of me. I just can't see. I don't know anymore.
Literally all 6.
It's not gonna matter.
Frozen.
Oh, that was.
What a way to end a map.
Oh man, I feel like I went blind for a second there at the end because I was like, I don't know where the Ryan was for HorrorCore Gaming. I felt like there weren't any tanks. I got so worried. I think I'm sure kills came out at some point. It had something to do with damage and positioning. It sounds pretty fair. But we're gonna have 1-1 right here. Red Fox Mafia taking map 2, so we're gonna get a map 4 guaranteed. And we're gonna swap sides. Doesn't happen often. What is it? An escort map. It's gonna be Rialto. So kind of like the first map, I think you were talking about, with like the long sight lines that could be done on the 2 points on Busan. We might see a little bit more of that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm always a fan of seeing Rialto get played because it is just such a good map for both like air characters and snipers. So you usually end up seeing a lot more like non-brawl play, which I'm definitely a fan of.
Let's see. Lock it in Rialto. And now I have the unenviable task of swapping everybody to the other side.
Right. I have always maintained that it is absolutely ridiculous that when you go to swap sides, it doesn't also swap the names, because there is no
I
reason it should not do that.
know. I don't get it. I really don't understand.
I like to imagine that the programmers for Blizzard are just sitting here and watching people like us try to run these lobbies, just laughing. Yeah, that's right. Redo that name. Toying with us.
Yeah. Let's see. So this is now HorrorCore Gaming over here on the defense. Don't want it to be a small G. And it'll just be HorrorCore Gaming versus HorrorCore Gaming. They've got enough players to do it.
Definitely so.
Looks like Red Fox gonna run the same lineup. Which, okay. Sometimes when you win, you just run the same lineup. You're feeling it now.
Right? Yeah, a big thing that a lot of people don't consider is that a big factor to deciding lineups for games like this is just figuring out who's running hot. Everyone has a different rhythm that they're going through and how well they play on an individual day basis, and you gotta respect that kind of thing.
Definitely.
Sometimes it's it doesn't have anything to do with the level of preparedness or the team composition. Sometimes it just comes down to the vibe.
Seems like there's a little communication on people being vague on. I mean, I assumed, but sometimes assumptions cause bad things to happen. Let's see. So I wonder, after you got that 40-second barrage and all that stuff, did you feel like you were running hot, Alex? You're gonna take the next step?
Yeah, I felt like that was a pretty good day. We were doing all right.
just all right. I mean, jeez, man, your team goes to map 5 all the time and always wins. I heard sometimes you go to map 5 and you won all 5 maps.
It happens. I mean, sometimes it's just it's really hard to shoot the tiny speck up in the sky.
Yeah, I know. Believe me, I know. It can be tough. Having said that, how do you... I mean, I guess the stuff you shoot aren't tiny, so... But how do you hit all those?
The thing is that it's all right for me, because the stuff that I'm shooting at is also tiny, but I have a much bigger area to hit, so it's okay. I don't have to be good at shooting.
I see. Seems to make sense.
See, that's the secret. If you just blow everything up, then people will just die. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I'm wondering if I missed something. Where's the lineup for HorrorCore? Huh.
So I know we were typing it out for a second there.
Okay, they got it.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
Let's see. So, breedable comment in for tank. Jesus gonna be swapping over from DPS over to tank. And Honda's gonna be sticking on the DPS. Finn's coming back in, so Honda and Finn can fight over who's gonna be Hanzo. Kron coming in for support.
They just hack the game. Both come in as Hanzo. They don't care.
Yeah, it's semi-no limits. Like, there's a limit. It's just you can have two Hanzos. That's the limit. And now check for readies. We basically got to start now, but give them a heads up.
Hopefully both sides are ready to go here. Trial by fire, let's go.
Just double checking the lineups because I would hate to start it and their lineups aren't all good, but it looks like it is good.
Yep, yeah, we're looking pretty good here.
Yeah. And you know, RFM doing the same lineup, so they should be good as well.
Right. Also the aesthetic medic, the weather around here was spooky today. Like, I was fully expecting it to be another like cold winter day, and so I go outside with like a full winter coat and the sun is just like shining. What is this? This is not what I was ready for. Warm.
Ah, warm.
Right. Cool. It was definitely a good day to have to go out and do things.
Yeah, you know, that's always kind of nice. When you're like, when you got Vancouver, British Columbia weather, you never know what to expect. Like, you think you're going to enjoy a nice warm day, and then all of a sudden, it gets cold. I see the sun, but it still feels cold for some reason.
Right? We feel you in the Midwest. We get that all the time, too. Like, it is literally just a roulette of whatever the weather is going to be for any given day. There's no making sense of it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm glad someone else gets it.
Like, I have literally stood out in the middle of a rainstorm looking at the sun, being like, what are you doing there?
Oh, unreal. And absolutely crazy. We've got Manila on the Widowmaker. We're getting some real long range here. Finn's gonna be on the Hanzo, so there's somewhat of a sniper duel going on. Other than that, looks somewhat mirrored. No Rhyme for the defense.
We're going to be seeing a double shield with a Sigma or Ribissa, so they're really trying to bunker up with that long-range poke damage for HorrorCore Gaming here. Red Fox Mafia on the offense, kind of going for a lot of the poke too, with the Soldier Window on DPS and the BAP Mercy backing them up, but we do see the Rhine Diva, and we see the Widow immediately swap over to a Hanzo, so we're going to get the Hanzo mirror here.
Yeah, I don't think...
But it does look like...
Yeah, they weren't giving them any sight lines to really make use of that Widow, I think. You know, HorrorCore Gaming did a good job of staying around the corner and not giving the Widow pot shots to take.
Yeah. They're doing a real good job with, like, the defensive play here. Oh, we do see two get popped, though, but one in return, two in return. This is an even fight still.
Oh, charge on Jesus. Does take them down. It looks like, what is this, a 3v3? But again, it's somehow for, I feel like for Red Fox, it's always the two supports and a tank. Somehow, there's just left.
Okay, and we do see HorrorCore stepping up here, taking a little bit more space, trying to hold that first corner here, so that they can get like a little bit more breathing room, but they're immediately getting pushed back again. We see the Shatter come out, gets a couple, but there's enough support, like backup coming in that we don't really see anything get picked from it. Vanilla on the Tracer in the backline of HorrorCore Gaming here. Not getting any picks yet, but it caused both of the DPS to have to turn and handle that.
Yeah, it looks like that attention getting split cost Finn his life there, because he couldn't focus on the Tracer, and then the Soldier got him. It's really out for him. Let's see, Finn's still gonna be sticking on the Hanzo, and he is gonna be back. Now, looks like it's gonna be 66.
Yeah, HorrorCore doing a good job of just denying these flanks here. See the Tracer trying to come through. Ooh, but Fallen Angel does end up getting picked by Jesus here, while Kron goes down to a Fire Strike. Diva Bomb comes out, doesn't end up picking anyone though, but a charge does come through to finish off the tanks.
Yeah, it looks like that was just to make some space, and it paid off. And now Manila looking to to collect on the supports. I don't know what they're collecting, but cart's moving forward. They got 3 on the cart. It's pushing up hard. Honda gets villain, so this could be their chance for HorrorCore to push in. They've got the contest and attack visor.
Yeah, HorrorCore definitely has the space here to make this happen. The Dragons come through to split the team. They just need to get aggressive onto this Reinhardt here. It looks like they are going to get that pick here. HorrorCore is going to retake control of this point.
Yeah, and Pulse Bomb getting used there could have been big, but the lamp came out. The only one it could have gotten was a little too far from the lamp or the bomb. Noah's still looking around. Both DPS just playing it all over the place. I think Fallen Angel got they probably slipped or something, got caught out there. So, and is going to get the res. Lots of stuff going on here, but it does look like HorrorCore Gaming have the advantage. Flux is going to take down Villain. Fallen Angel catching Finn. That's a big pick there, but it's not going to be enough because I think this Fallen Angel by themselves against, what is this, 4 or 5? Fallen Angel against the world?
Ooh, that is a good hold from HorrorCore Gaming here.
Yeah, like, I feel like when I see this cart stop here, usually it's like in the archway, so like that spot where it stopped there, that's like really big because that takes away a lot of that cover you could have gotten from the archway. You're just going to be able to use the payload here and, I don't know, maybe these back alleyways. There's not a lot of cover in these back alleyways, so there's really not a lot of cover.
This part of the point, just being this huge open like court field here, makes it so hard to like approach that gateway if you don't have the payload to like walk it up there. So like if it gets stuck there, it is just so incredibly difficult for the offense to regain a decent footing to continue pushing it.
That being said, I have seen teams be able to hold just like right at the bridge here and stop from really getting anywhere before, so, you know, this is definitely still holdable. And wait a minute, what's this? The golden box of victory is in the archway! What the heck happened? Huh, okay, well, forget everything I said then. Forget everything we said. If you heard anything about aliens, it didn't happen. It's all lies.
The Men in Black took care of it, it's fine, don't worry.
Yeah, exactly. Alex knows.
Alright, we are going to see HorrorCore Gaming coming out here with a Pharah, Hanzo, and a Zen, a Baptiste for the support line with a double shield, no Reinhardt. This is a very interesting comp to attack this point with here.
Both sides using double shield as the res comes out for Redbox Mafia already. They're going to be rotating to this low ground now. They're going to give up that high ground.
Not a bad call, especially against the Pharah. Like that high ground is really good if they don't have like the air support to contest it, but with the Pharah there, it's almost more of a liability than an asset.
Yeah, for sure. You want to give yourself some longer sight lines to be able to pick off that Pharah, and Manila did make good work with that sight line.
Yeah, see, I was a little concerned. Like, I'm curious if they're going to stay. Nope, we are going to see the far swap over to the Tracer here. Not having a Mercy Pocket going against an Ashe is going to make this really hard. Still technically doable with all of the, like, rooftops that you have there, but it's a real dangerous game you're playing.
Yeah, the Redbox getting pushed back real hard here. They've only got 3 people. They've already used their lamp. They're going to use the Amp Matrix. All 3 go down there. They're just gonna constantly be in this 3 stack, trying to send to the next team of 3.
No, we're not pushing the card, though.
Yeah,
okay.
It's going a little slow. They got 1 person on. They should be able to cap this now. I don't think anybody can make it.
That is going to be a very strong map for HorrorCore Gaming.
So good bounce back there from HorrorCore. Definitely the kind of stuff they want to have for later when they go against Nano Valk, their arch nemesis.
Yeah, I think like the way this map played out so very well like shows off how this map is so very difficult to get past that first point. Like if you can get a team fight to line up so that you can get that cart from like one side of the courtyard into the second point, it's not bad. But if you get like held up like at that gate there, it is so hard to recover.
For sure. And let's see. So we're gonna be going to our assault map, and it's gonna be Hanamura. As I asked them for their lineups.
Into the Dragon's Den, so to speak. Match point for HorrorCore Gaming here, so we're going to have to see a little bit of a swap up from Red Fox Mafia to be able to keep this series alive.
And let's see, as HorrorCore are on match point right now, they will be attacking first.
More swaps.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing to do in the lobby. You know, it's definitely not trying to get all the cool angles in the match or anything like that. Nah, I love swapping people to the other side.
It's just such a delight going through, swapping things around individually, not having any kind of system in place to like make this smoother.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
It's absolutely the best, Alex. Everything you said is 100% true and definitely isn't the opposite of what I'm thinking and feeling. Let's see. Why don't we have RFM go against RFM this time? I know they don't have enough players, but I'm sure they can find somebody. HorrorCore Gaming. I think everything is correct now, other than the map. We're gonna get one swap, it looks like, for Red Fox Mafia. As we make our way over to Hanamura. Rotarp's coming in for Falling Angel. Alright. I believe I've been pronouncing their Val tag as Fallen Angel this whole time, but I do believe it is Falling Angel.
Oh. Oops.
Oops. Oh well, it's fine. At least I got it eventually. Now I wonder what we should expect to see here on Hanamura from both these teams. I feel like we've seen a Hanzo every time, all the time, so probably a good bet.
Yeah, I'd be really surprised to not see the Hanzos coming out to play on this map as well. I mean, this is definitely a decent map for him too. It's easy to get like the sightlines with him with all of the different windows and stuff, like poking through the different like choke points. It's a really good idea. Plus, being able to deny like base on this map is also like more impactful than the others. So I would definitely be surprised to not see that coming through here as well. Beyond that, though, I'm not real sure. We might see more of the double shields coming out because both teams seem to have really been favoring them. But we'll have to see if that's the way that they decide to go with it.
Yeah, I'm also interested in if we're gonna see any Symmetra strats or not. And with DJ Frying Pan in there, there's always a chance we might get a Bastion.
This is true.
I haven't seen a good teleport Bastion in a while, so could be good. Like that teleport Bastion on defense is a nightmare.
And, like, knock the strategy, but this is also a really good map for that. If you can get it like set up quickly enough on like that first point defense, where you can teleport between like the rooftop of like that building on the right and the like high like ground on the other side of it, it actually works out really well. So I could see them doing that, and it actually wouldn't be an awful idea.
Yeah, for sure. And it looks like HorrorCore are gonna get their lineup in. Then I can make quick swaps and basically we'll be starting it once I confirm that everything is all good. I almost said hunky-dory, but I don't know if that's the play right now. Let's see, we're gonna get Finn swapping out for Zero, so... I mean, not the end of the world, there could be a map 5, so we could get Finn back. And I'll just ask...
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little surprised to not be seeing Globby coming back in here. I felt like they were running pretty good on the Hollywood. And I mean, granted, neither one of the like other supports have been doing poorly, but I felt like the reses were like so like keyly on point that like having those reses for Hanamura would also be like a huge asset for them, but they're opting not to go with that.
Just giving them their last minute warning. And perfect, they are.
All right, we got our double readies. Let's go.
Traveling to Hanamura. Initiating match.
All right, Hanamura. I'm definitely excited to see what Red Fox is going to do for their defense here.
Yeah, for sure. I want to see Bastion. Let's see it. Just because it would be interesting. Oh, there it is!
Hey,
He's gonna do it!
Let's go!
No, he's standing still. Boo.
Why do you play with my heart?
But it's alright. Junkrat seems like a pretty good pick too. I know GT Fryingpan likes to run that Junkrat. They're also going to have the Soldier for DPS, Rhine, Sigma for tanks, and Mercy Bap for the supports, Red Fox Mafia. HorrorCore Gaming still looking to lock into picks.
Yeah, so a pretty traditional defense, I think, for Red Fox coming out here. That's a very like standard strong composition for this. We're gonna see on the other side here the Rhine Diva with a Hanzo Doomfist and the Bap Ana. So we're definitely looking at a high pick comp on the offense here. They want to initiate a fight, score a kill immediately, and then continue pressing.
Zero's set up here, looking to pick their spot. Getting poked out by Manila though. They don't have any healing with them. Getting a little damage in on Fenrir and does make it back to their team. No picks coming out just yet. Zero looking to try and do something. I'm sure they're waiting to get this Doomfist set up to get launched and get a pick. Got stunned, but still no kills.
Yeah, we're seeing like an okay amount of poke damage coming through here, but like the composition that HorrorCore has here, they don't really want to be poking. They want to be, scoring those instant kills with their DPS. Oh, we do see Manila take down Zero, so HorrorCore is already down one with this push here. Looks like they're gonna keep aggressing to try and get ult charge, and they're actually scoring a couple of picks here. This is an even fight.
Yeah, he's making their way to the point. The trap isn't there anymore. It must have gotten moved. And HorrorCore trying to move in onto the point. Zero getting taken down again by Ace Matrix this time. But Jesus swinging on Ace Matrix, takes him down. Dragon Strike coming out onto Manila. Solo ult, question mark!
Solo Dragon, you love to see it.
Yeah.
We do see the lift coming through here for the Sigma. A bunch of damage coming through, but there is an Immort field ready to keep everyone on their feet.
Oh, big Shatter.
Shatter does get 3.
And the Battle Mercy helps take out 2 of those Ace Matrix, finishing them off. I hear that tire somewhere! Doesn't get anything.
Yeah, may not have been like a take for HorrorCore here, but they do manage to get 1 pick here, so still definitely a good fight, especially considering they only used the 1 ult.
Yeah, and they definitely made this map winnable now. That it's not going to be like a draw or anything, so they can win this even if they don't manage to take this, but you know, you kind of want to take it though.
Yeah,
That's a
being able to just close things out right here is probably what they want to do. We are seeing the window create a bunch of space here. Fenrir is cut off from the rest of his team, but it doesn't look like they're going to push on it. They let the window fall. Oh, Shatter comes through, only catches 2 though, and we do see the D-Mech going down for HorrorCore. Massive Fire Strike takes down 2 more. Looks like this fight is pretty much over and done with.
Oh! Zero landing right on top of DJ Frying Pan. Gets the punch onto Manila, and now the Doom is, you know, doing the burst damage thing. Gets taken out though, and they're gonna get pushed back here. I think Zero's probably gonna switch off here now. Like the way Red Fox is playing, they're just really able to poke out Zero before they even get on anybody, and
yeah, they have the range damage and the defensibility to not get popped by that, so I feel like something with a little bit more consistent output, like maybe their own Junkrat or maybe a soldier or something like that to help get the damage push through might be the call here, but they're going to keep to it, and we are seeing them split up and attack this team from all angles. But support immediately down to 0 here.
Yeah, it looks like this was...
Red come through.
Yeah, I think this is going to be it for Red Fox Mafia. They've got the picks. Zero's trying to do their best. They took a better angle this time to get some kills, but it's not going to be enough, I think. It's just the Diva for HorrorCore Gaming. They're gonna get the touch barely to keep this running. Jesus doing their best. Charge it in! Oh, gonna get stopped. I don't know if they're gonna be able to get their foot on the point. They're not!
Oh, nope, that's gonna be it. The body block stops this overtime from burning. So we are going to see HorrorCore only get the 35% of this first point here. Still a winnable match for them, because this first point is very, very defensible. Very easy to, like, full hold on. And if they can do that, that's all they've got to do to close this series out.
Yeah, and now with them basically only needing a tick, I feel like, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm always tempted to do the Symmetra strat, at least, you know, to start with. I wonder if we get... No, it's time. It's time for the Sim Bastion on attack.
Let's get it. And it's so good here, especially like on the attack, because it's easily handled, but only by certain team compositions. And if they don't have that composition, then you can just run them over. And if they do have that composition, you immediately know about it and you can just swap to something else that happens to beat that. So it gives you good early pressure and information on the enemy team.
Yeah. And with the way Manila and DJ are destroying this arcade right now, I think they're probably going to run with it, at least to start with. As for the tank line though, Winston Rhine, the Goomba Stomp comp, I feel like we don't see it often.
Yeah, I feel like that is an interesting pick. Like, I can understand trying to do a Winston Rhine, but with this composition it seems... Oh! That is a huge early pick from Zero.
Does have
we see the res come through, but now that
oh no, and Zero getting picked himself.
Knows what's happening.
So they're gonna
see the TP come through. The Bastion is up in the window, but does immediately get pushed off by Honda with the Ash there.
And it looks like DJ's just gonna be sticking in main to rain down hell from there. They're gonna have to watch their sight lines here as DJ slowly encroaches up further. Turrets are on point now. DJ gets 0. Fenrir's gonna run off the point, but, you know, maybe they don't need that Rhine when they've got the Bastion. Where's the Bastion now? Where's the...
No, the Bastion got picked right away. A really good reaction from HorrorCore Gaming here, managing to, like, not get caught out by that Bastion. Could have done a whole bunch of damage to them.
Yeah, for sure.
They kept their head, they kept their sight lines, and they were able to take it down, quickly enough that it wasn't an issue. But we are going to see some good swaps coming in from Red Fox here. We're swapping over to the May Junkrat. We're going to... May on the offense here is so interesting. It really like punishes like aggressive play from the defending team here, but if they're not doing that, then
yeah,
they might struggle to find value.
And honestly, I think...
Bob.
Yeah, Bob and Junk Tire's coming out. Tire goes down.
Pick from Manila to stop the Tire and the Junkrat.
Red Fox are still gonna get pushed back here. And yeah, I don't know about the May wall because, like, with only a tick being needed there, I don't think HorrorCore really want to be aggressing onto them.
Yeah, see, I think HorrorCore is more than comfy enough to just hang back, hold this, like, rock corner, and just let the enemy team figure out what to do to come at them.
I'm not sure how long Zero was on that Doomfist, but they're definitely on it now. And I kind of feel like the way Zero wanted to play, this kind of fits them a lot better because they can just wait for this to happen.
Good patience on that shatter there. Looks like that's going to be another clean win for HorrorCore Gaming here. Red Fox Mafia kind of struggling to figure out how to get through this gate here.
Yeah, and Zero's Doomfist looking like it's going to have a lot more value here on the defense because they can really pick their spot now. It's a lot easier to get it, and it causes a lot of chaos in the back line. Dwindles down that time a lot. On to both supports. Kills one and forces out the Valkyrie. Zero is going to go down, though, as the rest comes out. Breedable using the Diva Bomb. Making some space. There's a lot going on back here. Fenrir, Manila, they're chasing this Rhine. This could be Red Fox's chance to push in here, but they need to get a quick regroup. Somewhat.
Yeah, they need to come to this point and like attack it as a group here. They're starting to come in one at a time. They've lost their Diva back to it.
They're doing a bit of an ult dump here. This might be their chance. Bob coming in, though.
Good positioning on the Bob to avoid getting frozen in the blizzard there. Bob is holding this point down for the time being. The Maywall stops his damage output. Buys a little bit of time. But it does look like that HorrorCore here is going to start swinging this fight back in their favor. And Red Fox is going to struggle to touch this point to keep this alive.
10 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not sure who can do it. Fenrir might be able to, but, you know, there's counter charge. Ace is probably going to be the one to do it. Coming in around coast side. Gets the touch. Flies back at to try and stay safe. Villain is on point now.
Keep us alive here. Aura come on the point here. Does end up getting popped, though.
Bomb making space. DJ Prime on point now with that lamp. Trying to rain in some damage, but gets punched out of the lamp. And it looks like it's just a matter of cleanup here. Fenrir is going to try and spin, but it's only going to last for 6 seconds.
Oh, and the charge cuts that even shorter. And that's going to be it. HorrorCore Gaming is going to hold this point here and take the series.
Very strong plays here by HorrorCore Gaming. Like, there are a lot of times where they look like they might have been a little down, but somehow they managed to turn it around, and that's the kind of thing I want to see them doing when they go up against Nano Valve later.
Yeah, I think, now that I actually think back on it, I think the May pick might have actually not been a bad call from Red Fox Mafia here, but what they really needed to do was use that wall a bit more aggressively to create pathways for them to get through that gate, because that's what was killing them almost every single time. They were getting held up at that gate, and if they can bring the wall up to just stop the sight lines for them to actually get through there, then they could maybe get into the right room and rotate up top, and just would have a better time on the high ground there rather than trying to do the low ground. But I mean, we see it not end up panning out for them, and that's gonna be how the series just goes.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm just gonna wait to see if any of the teams want to come in for interviews. Technically, the match is over, so I mean, if they want to say GG, I guess it's fine. But
yeah.
As long as they're thinking about it.
They're being decent about it.
For sure. I think it's awful stopping people from saying GG, but that's just how it goes with stuff, you know? Somebody does something and it ruins everything for other people sometimes, but, you know.
Right.
It's fine. It turns out, and you can always say GG in other places too. Like taco compliments. So let's see, as we're waiting for MVPs, looks like we'll be getting in people for HorrorCore. It's gonna be breedable and
Okay.
slobby globby. Um, let's see. We could probably just get them. And usually we go with the person who didn't win first, but I mean, if somebody wants to do the interview already, we could probably get them in.
Yeah, I feel like it should be fine. We haven't heard anything from the other side yet, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean, best to keep things moving.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree with that. Let's see. Sent them interviews. Yeah, this is nice. I like how you think. Let's keep things moving. This has been a really smooth match.
Mm-hmm. Through that.
Mm-hmm. And got breedable. We're just waiting for Glove to get in here as well.
Hello.
Hello.
Why, hello. Hey, there we go.
Hi. Hey.
Welcome.
How is it going, my dude?
It's going well. Happy Mardi Gras. Happy Mardi Gras.
Oh yeah, happy Mardi Gras. Yeah, me and my wife have been like just watching streams online. We're like, we wish we could be there. It was so fun.
Sam had that party energy, so he just popped off.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I gotta be honest. It looked like you and your team had a lot of fun. Like the Doomfist there at the end. Was that something said, or what was going on with that?
No, we just kind of winged that. Zero's been practicing his Doomfist a lot more, and he just wanted to try to whip it out on this particular map, and he did pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, it was definitely a little rough at first, but then ended up like finding a stride and like being a huge nuisance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for me, I'm always Doomfist make me nervous on either on my team or the other team. So
I feel that.
Yeah. Seemed like it wasn't a bad situation to put it in. You know, you're up 2-1. So if you're gonna try it in a real match, now's the time for sure.
yeah, the ultimate challenge.
The ultimate challenge. Well, let's see. On the first map, it was Busan. It looked like you and Red Fox Mafia. It sort of felt like you were doing this like feeling out process where like I felt like there was a lot of standoffs and posturing and stuff where it looked like both teams weren't entirely sure if they wanted to go in yet or what was going on. Like, how did it feel during all that? Did you feel like you were waiting for something to happen, or you wanted to go make something happen?
Well, we were just like first point, mecha base. We were kind of feeling each other out and
Mm-hmm.
utilizing the 30 seconds before the point is active. So just trying to like take that fight, get a pick, and then go down to point. But it was it was kind of dragging, and the point was unlocked for like 30 seconds, and Finn's like, maybe someone should go down and cap. Now we're all just sitting here staring at each other. So I dropped down and tried to support a little bit from the point. And saw that things were going down, so I flew back up and someone else dropped down to finish capping. So yeah, it was a little awkward there. I guess we were kind of at a stalemate for a little longer than one would have expected. But yeah, at least on that first one, it was kind of hard for us to get us a solid pick, like a pick that we were like, okay, now let's push onto them and then take the point. So it just ended up like that. And the second point, downtown as well, kind of, we lost 2 people, so that one was a little. We started down 4-6, so we had to wait for who was it, Finn and Zex to come back. And we just said, the point doesn't unlock for 30 seconds. Let's just back up, wait for them to come back, and then try to have a real first fight. But we still lost that first fight, but we recouped after that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it definitely looked like they tried to like aggress onto you guys when the like DCs happened, but you guys were able to pull back real well and reset proper.
Yeah, we discussed that. Zero was out in front. He's like, "Well, we're at a 4v6, you know. They're probably gonna take the point first." And I said, "The point isn't unlocked for 30 seconds. It doesn't matter. Just fall back. Let's get our 2 people back. We'll have a Lucio. We're gonna be able to fight them for the point. Like they're not just gonna be able to take it." So yeah, at least that much, you know. Good thing for the pause, we got to discuss doing that. Just hanging
Tactical
back
pause.
and waiting. Tactical pause.
Yeah, I mean, you can use it for whatever you want, so, fair game. So, let's see. We've only got, about a minute left, but I want to get your thoughts on how you felt about how the other team played. In particular, was there anybody who really stood out to you as, if you had to pick an MVP, who would it be from Red Fox Mafia for this match?
I mean, probably Fenrir. He was kind of.
I was gonna say Fenrir or Manila.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's kind of tough. It's tough for me to pick. I'm so concentrated on you guys so much. Out of my own team, I'm like, just live, please.
Right.
just don't go down.
All right. Well, thank you very much, both of you, for coming in for interviews.
Thank
Congrats
you guys for
again.
casting.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was a really interesting and it felt like such a cerebral match. It really looked like both teams were thinking about what they wanted to do. So, thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh, I was in the zone for that play of the game at the end.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Shoo. It's always so fun to watch you from the bench, Sam.
All right. Well, congrats on your win, and I'll look forward to your future matches. And what's the word? What do I want to wish them? Good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah, I don't know. I just had a brain
what do I want to wish them? Death? Is it death? Is that what I said?
Yeah, I don't know. Something feels kind of wrong about that.
I wish them cake.
All right.
Well, thanks, guys.
Y'all have a good night.
Thank you.
Yep,
You too.
You too, guys.
All right, and let's see.
Okay. Round 2.
Round 2. We're gonna get in DJ Frying Pan and Manila, so that should be interesting since Manila got pointed out as being somebody who kind of stood out. Manila definitely stood out for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. I'll just send on the invites. There we go. Seems like fair enough to ask them about MVPs and that sort of thing, because for one thing, it gives us a question to ask, gets a little insight from them, and there's some rumblings behind the scenes about what we want to do concerning MVPs moving forward. So let's just make it a soft transition into that. Let's
Well, we
see.
got one.
Yep. I'm just going to be waiting for Manila joining the group, just getting them into the voice channel. Looks like we got both of them there. Hello?
How you doing?
Hey.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
That could be better. I mean, a W would have been nice.
We could have
That's
been
fair,
at
that's
map
fair.
5 now. Oh, it should be at map 5.
Should be. Could have been. Definitely could have been.
It was very close, yeah.
It seems like pretty good place to start it. Map 4 Hanamura. What was it? Held it to 55% and just needs to get
35.
a tick a little bit over. Yeah, a little over a tick. How are things going with that? To start with, at least on your attack.
See, what had happened was that Ash went completely uncontested. I mean, I tried a bit, and then I'm just like, oh, don't worry, she's fine. She's just kind of doing Ash things. Turns out those Ash things hurt. If for those of you that did not know, Ash hurts. Especially when completely uncontested. Believe it or not, yes, she does
Right.
damage.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? Now that you mentioned it, my memory's getting a little jogged now.
She does, just
Yeah.
in case anyone needed that friendly reminder.
Yeah.
She went uncontested. She just had her way with everyone she wanted, which was honestly on me. I should have contested it, but I'm just like, nah, we're fine. We'll just alt bomb. It's fine. It's ton of more. It's 2 CP. That's what you do. You alt bomb.
Right, right.
Unless there's an uncontested Ash.
Still pretty
Interesting.
spooky.
Spooky.
Yeah, she hurts.
Yeah,
She gives
definitely. Something to consider moving forward. You know, you've got the experience with it now, so there's that. Let's see, what maps did we have? Second map was Hollywood. Yeah, so that was the map you won, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, why don't we talk about that one? Because it looked like you played really well in there, like especially the way you contested the high ground and controlled it and stuff. I felt like you did that so well. It made it really hard for HorrorCore to deal with. And what was that like for you? How did that feel?
Better because it was a W.
It certainly helps.
I mean, there was a point in there where I was like sitting in my chat. I'm watching Fen, right? I'm like sitting there, just like, all right, brother. I'm like, oh, he's dead. He's going back to the spawn room.
Yeah.
And I'm like watching this. I'm like, he should be dead.
Yeah.
Where is this? How are you still alive, Fen? And he's like kills like the whole team. I'm like, this guy's like getting uncontested like value there.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I think.
Like, how do you how is he alive in that fight?
I don't know. I mean, sometimes your tank goes really aggressive, and if everybody comes in with you, or they just don't know it, you know.
You guys had mentioned it earlier. You said we had a lot of good high ground contestation, which on Hanamura we obviously lacked. We were able to control that high ground, so they didn't have free reign on that. We did. That's why we won it, is because we were able to take that back and we owned it. On Hanamura, we're just like, no, it's fine. Just walk forward. We got it. We had nothing to contest the high ground, which was obviously a big mistake. Again, Ash gives boo-boos.
Let's see. Well, I know map 1 wasn't a win, but I still feel like you had a really good showing on there too. Round 1 of Busan took it up to 92% before HorrorCore was able to flip it around, and then on like Mecha Base, it felt like you had this really long standoff at the beginning where just nothing died, and it felt like, what's gonna happen? Like, is somebody gonna make a move? Who's gonna make a pick? And the point even uncapped, and nobody went to cap it for a long time. What was that like?
We were sitting there and we were like, all right, we take this fight, and then like we were like waiting for like, I think Angel died, so we were just waiting for Angel to come back, and then Ace chucks his grenade at the team, and like Den dies, and at that point like I'm just chucking like my friggin' my Zarya bubble thingies. I don't know what they're called.
The alt fire?
I'm chucking the I don't know what it's called.
I don't know either. It's fine.
I've been playing this game for way too long. Like
I know
should
you
know
mean.
what it's called.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, I was chucking them, and I get like the kill on the Ana, and then like my whole team's like, all right, we should go. And then Manil's like, I'm just gonna go to the point. I'm like, okay, go ahead. We'll just have a 5v5. We'll have a 4v5 here. No problem.
Let's see. We've got like about a minute left, so I'll ask.
So, yeah, as I say, for our last question, then I suppose we should round up what we did with the other team. Looking at the way that the opponent's team played, was there anyone that like really stood out to you guys as a problem that like I guess like someone that you would like give MVP to or anything like that?
Yes. Finn, please, just
Finn or Honda?
Just be worse.
I think Finn or Honda, just because like we scrimmed them like funny enough, we scrimmed them last week.
No.
And like Honda became like a big issue, so we were very much like keep Honda out of our sights. But we left Honda, like we kind of focused on it, and then Finn just came and he just completely like destroyed us.
Finn, just be gold, man. Come on, just do me a favor, just be gold. Just don't hit headshots. Next game, can you just play blindfolded or something, man? Like,
yeah,
like actually,
he just like, can you play with like one hand behind his back? He's probably still gonna hit shots.
I want you to play strictly with your nose.
His like pinky toe, pinky toe. But no, it was an okay game. I don't know, but like the other thing about this game was like, it's just been weird, kind of weak. Like I don't know. I guess it's weird just because like our scrims weren't as good as they were getting into our first game, and like our practices weren't feeling as good as they used to. So it's kind of like back to the drawing board. You know, there's gonna be a lot of change. There's gonna be a lot of fun stuff to happen for us, and we just gotta live and learn. Like this is only one game, and like we still got I believe 5 or 6 more games to go. So
definitely.
I don't know. I'm gonna be playing again tomorrow, so I'm already like.
Yeah, that's fair.
Honestly, though, like at the end of the day, we made a lot of stupid, just bonehead mistakes. Just
like we made
common sense mistakes that should not have been made. They were made, and I think that was our downfall right there.
Yeah, we didn't play as a team for most of it. That we just decided, let's go alt up.
Yeah, I definitely know how that feels.
To be fair, at the very least, you guys are like able to see those mistakes and continue working on them to, you know, keep getting it better throughout the season. So definitely a good thing.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. We still have a chance. You know, it's not like we're out of it completely yet.
Oh yeah, totally. It's still the beginning of the season for Fire Tier. It's just two matches away, sort of. One a little bit up in the air, but we don't need to talk about that right now.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. That'll be decided later on.
Yeah, for sure. But you know, still, pretty good showing this time. Like Manila said, made a few bonehead mistakes, that sort of thing. It happens. You move on to the next one.
Terrible mistakes.
For sure. And you know, you probably learned a lot from that because, you know, you already look like a really good team. You managed to clean up those mistakes, make sure they don't happen again. You looking really good again, for sure.
We look good today. We look good all the time. We just need to just hope that nothing goes wrong in our next game. You know, we can. We've proven that we can play against all these teams. And like, I think going into our scrims versus, I don't even know who we're playing. Probably, I don't even know who we're playing. It doesn't really matter. We're gonna focus on our scrims and just play the way we always do. And hopefully, at the end of the day, we'll come out on top next time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and thank you both for coming in for the interview. We really appreciated getting your insight on how things went in the match. And good luck in the rest of your matches.
Thank you. You have a good time.
Thanks.
Yeah. Have a good night, guys.
You as well.
All right. Well, it seems like the interviews did their job really well because I think we've got Tank MVP Lockdown Fenrir. We got DPS MVP, maybe not Lockdown because I don't know if it's going to be Honda or Finn, but still, at least we narrowed it down. Honestly,
I was gonna say.
No, go ahead.
It's gonna be kind of hard too.
Yeah. Yeah. Luckily, we've got match chat here to see what the lineups were and stuff. But like, if we didn't have Fenrir as the tank MVP, I was a bit tempted to choose like Red Hood Kitty. But I mean, that might just be my DPS eyes flashing up, and I'm like, there's a support playing DPS basically. Let's see. So for HorrorCore Gaming, we had Battle Ooze and Sneaky Turtle on support. That was for the first map. And for Hollywood, it was Glob and Sneaky Turtle. Then...
I was going to say, there definitely was a point to be made for Glob for that, because I know that there was a lot of extremely impactful reses that came through on that map there. I'm a little hesitant because it was like I'm pretty sure that was the only map that they were in on, but like was definitely made an impact while they were in.
For sure, yeah. So, yeah, I'm always a little hesitant to give them the MVP for, when you're only in for a map, but still, there's value in there, like you said. So I think I'm good with that, having like Glob be the support MVP. And then for DPS, I'm thinking possibly Honda, just because we already know the kind of beast Finn can be. So if you can pick up where Finn might not be able to sometimes because he's getting focused on too much, I think that's pretty valuable, because, if you're going after what you think is the team's best player because you're like, you shut this person down and it's all over, but then you've got somebody else who can pick up the slack, that seems pretty valuable to me.
Yeah, no, that is absolutely true.
So
yeah, I think I can kind of get behind like that line of thinking, doing like a Glob for support, Honda for DPS, and Fett for tank.
For sure.
I feel like all three of those players, while they were in, were making huge impacts.
I definitely agree. All right, we lock it in. I will send them to the higher ups or whatever, taco compliments. And that's gonna be the end of our match. Bronze Tacos round 2 fire tier, Red Fox Mafia versus HorrorCore Gaming, ended HorrorCore Gaming winning 3-1. Our next match, I believe, is a mild tier match. It will be tomorrow. Let me quickly check what that is. Schedule. Should be an interesting one. It's Efi Zulus versus Imperium Watchmen. Last minute addition into the mild tier. So interesting for that aspect of having the last minute entry. Also interesting because it's Efi Zulus and they're just built different right now. Also, Alex will be there probably.
I sure hope so.
So that should be exciting. I guess we'll wrap it up now. I've been really curling the cameras. I've been joined by Ragnarok Alex.
It's me.
The best. We'll see y'all later. Goodbye.
Have a good night, everybody.